Hi, friends. Welcome to the Do Life podcast, where we talk about life, its challenges, and some clever ways to tackle some common obstacles with cutting edge technology, scientific backed research, and a splash of metaphysical properties. I'm your host, Life Coach Layla, and today we're diving into a topic that is often misunderstood: network marketing. Some people call it the biggest scam ever, while others say it's the best way for women to get rich and build freedom. The truth? It's not that black and white. We'll unpack the research, the stats, the success stories, and the struggles so you can decide if network marketing is truly bad or if it's just misunderstood. Spoiler alert, it's a little bit of both. So let's get into it. So what is network marketing? Basically, direct selling or multi-level marketing, also known as MLMs, often confused with pyramid schemes. We'll get into that a little bit later. But direct selling is basically when a person sells a product directly to a consumer and makes a commission. I don't personally see how this is any different from any other sales job, other than a company saves money from not having to have a brick and mortar store. They don't have to spend millions or $1,000s on advertising, and a lot of times they will pass those savings on to their employees in the forms of commissions and bonuses and all kinds of other fun stuff. MLM, a multi-level marketing system, is basically a system where people get paid both on the products that they sell and the percentage of what their teams sell. A lot of the times there's residuals and bonuses, and this isn't any different from most insurance or finance or other reputable companies. I've been in both industries, and I don't understand why they aren't more frequently linked together. MLMs are often confused for pyramid schemes, which only pays people to join the team and doesn't really usually have any real product to sell. And so on paper, they look kind of the same, but we'll get into that a little more later in this episode. But I worked both in finance and the insurance industry. And not only did I get commission on the sales that I made, but I got people to join my team, and then I made commission off of their sales. So every insurance company, I can't say every because that's illegal. I'm sure there's some that aren't, but like insurance companies are MLMs. I don't I don't understand why they're not labeled as such. And I guess God forbid we give insurance companies or finance companies a bad rap, because we wouldn't want them to be confused for a pyramid scheme or something. Anyway, so in the US alone in 2023, there were 36.7 billion in retail sales through direct sales or network marketing, with 6.1 million direct sellers serving about 37.7 million customers. So why does this matter? Well, there's clearly a demand. People are buying products, not just joining teams. So what are some of the pros and cons of network marketing? One is there's low barriers to enter. It's often $100 to $500 to start, compared to thousands for a storefront. Two, flexibility. You can build it part-time from home, around the kids, online. You don't have to get out of your jammies. You can't see me from the waist down, but I definitely have booty shorts on and my I'm kidding. Maybe I don't. Maybe I have a full suit jacket on. I might have a meeting later. You never know. I could have no pants on at any given time that I'm recording any of these episodes, which is flexibility and freedom of running a business from your own home. I'm kidding, kind of. For whatever reason, when I have like real meetings or talk to real people, I put pants on. If I'm just on a webinar or Zoom class and there's multiple people there and I don't have to have my camera on, I also don't have to have pants on. But if I'm having a conversation with you, I feel like I need to have pants on. I don't know. It's just kind of a weird thing for me. Where was I? Oh yeah, number three is female empowerment. About 74 to 78% of all direct sellers are women globally. And for many, it's their first step into entrepreneurship. Number four is skill stacking. Sales, social media, public speaking, leadership. These are all skills that you keep even if you walk away from the business. Number five is a customer base actually exists with nearly 38 million Americans buying from direct sellers in the last year. So those were some of the pros. What are some of the cons? Here's a couple hard truths. Number one is earnings are modest. The FTC looked at 70 MLMs and found that the vast majority of participants earned $1,000 or less per year before expenses. AARP study found about 25% made a profit, 27% broke even, and almost half lost money. And for those who profited, most made under $5,000 a year. So, number two, your expenses cut deep. Most companies don't include costs in their income disclosures for travel, auto ships, events, inventory. It adds up fast. Then there's judgment. I have a relative who would immediately unfriend anyone that tried to boss babe her or sell her anything. She was so adamantly against any kind of MLM or network marketing that she was just like aggressive towards it. And rightfully so. There are a lot of people that were burned in the industry. I'm not saying that she was. I don't know if she was or wasn't. Actually, I never asked. I just knew that that was a thing about her. But, like, there are people who have been burned in the industry. They have a bad taste in their mouth because of it. They were promised riches and blatantly lied to. I had friends who were selling Spark. They were selling stuff from Advocare. I just remember little Spark drinks that taste terrible. Uh, but they got ripped off, and that company was eventually, like, flat out banned from ever operating as an MLM. Because they were caught being a pyramid scheme. I guess while we're on the topic, let's dive into the pyramid schemes. So, this is where the confusion lives. Let's clear it up. MLMs, multi level marketing, perfectly legal when income comes from primarily selling real products to real customers. Team building can exist, but the rewards must be based on verified retail sales, whereas a pyramid scheme is illegal because income comes mainly from recruiting new members who are required to buy in. Very little actual retail activity takes place, and here's why they're often confused with each other. Both use recruiting. Both look like pyramids on paper, but in an MLM, there's a real product and ideally real customers outside the network. So beware when flashy income promises overshadow reality. Bottom line, pyramid schemes collapse when recruiting slows. MLMs with strong customer demand can last. The key difference is, are people buying the product because they want to, or is it just to join the opportunity? So before we keep going, I want to pause and invite you to think deeper. If you've been dreaming about starting something new, whether it's network marketing, your own business, or just shifting the way you show up in life, I offer free clarity calls where we break down your goals, uncover what's holding you back, and create a roadmap for confidence and success. You don't have to figure it all out alone. I would love to help you. Click on the link in the show notes and schedule a free call with me today, and let's get you unstuck and moving forward. So, back on topic, why network marketing is not bad, it's just misunderstood. The model isn't inherently evil, execution matters. When it's bad, inventory loading, hype income, crazy claims, pressure, recruiting. When it's good, transparent income, disclosures, customers outside the network, rewards tied to retail sales. For women, it can be a safe way to dip a toe into entrepreneurship, learn business skills, and expand confidence. So, a smarter way to approach it and tips for evaluating joining. Number one, buy what you would buy anyway. If you'd use the product without the business, you're already winning. Number one is buy what you would buy anyway without the product. If you're already interested in buying the thing, you want the thing without the business model, you're already winning. You're already winning, which is what I did with my Lumavite. The only MLM I actually support is the hydrogen water. And I bought it because I wanted the bottle. I wanted the effects of the hydrogen water. I wanted the benefits. I didn't care about selling it. You have not really heard me hype it up or even talk about it on any of my episodes except like one. I talked about the hydrogen water itself, but I bought it for my own personal benefits, not because there's a business model. I bought it for my own personal benefits, not to sell because I wanted the bottle. So if that's because I wanted my own hydrogen vessel. So if that's something that you're interested in the product, you want to buy these patches, you want to buy these vitamins because of what they are, then do that. And then if you want to build a business off of the product, you're happy with the product, then do that. Number two is make sure you cap your spend. Don't buy more inventory or tickets than you can actually afford. I can't tell you how many times I've seen people that just have an entire room of Lululemon leggings or whatever the one leggings were that everybody had. Lily Lou, I don't know what it was. There's just I've been to so many parties where people have rooms, bedrooms full of merchandise that they're selling, and eventually it just adds up, and then you're stuck with all these leggings, all this product, all these things, the hype wears off, and then you're left with all this merchandise. So don't buy more than you need to. Like, actively take a look at, are you buying this because there's a demand for it, somebody really wants to buy it, or just because you're stuck in the hype? So number 3 is demand retail focus. Ask how many customers are not in the business. If the majority of the customers are in the business, then that just kind of goes against number 1, which is buy products that you actually want to buy. Like, if people are only buying the product because they want to be in the business, and that means that this business model sounds amazing, but the product maybe isn't as good, that they're selling the product based on the business model. You want to be in business with a business that you liked based on the product, not the business model. I hope that makes sense. So number 4 would be track your ROI. If you're not profitable in 3 to 6 months, it's time to pivot. Now, I understand that you're not going to be a millionaire in 3 to 6 months. That's not what I'm saying. But you need to be making some sort of a profit. You need to be not continuously losing money, or at least on an upward trajectory of making profit. So make sure you're tracking your return on investment. And number 5, think of it as a lab. You're learning. You're learning marketing and leadership and personal growth skills and other skills that you can take anywhere. And number 6 is be realistic. Most businesses take 2 to 3 years to become profitable. This isn't some kind of get rich quick scheme. It's a business. You have to put in the actual work to see real results. I have so many people who just join some sort of MLM or network marketing and think, I'm just going to get people to recruit and join my team, and then they're going to sell everything and make me $1 million. That's not real life. Very rarely. I shouldn't say like not at all. Like, that might happen to 1 or 2 people here and there, but it's very rarely is that what's going to happen. If you're going to buy into a product, you have to actually sell that product in order to make a profit. And you can't just expect your team to do all the work, because what happens is that's the energy that you're putting into your business, and that's the energy you're getting back. So you're going to recruit to someone who's going to just assume that somebody else is going to recruit for them and recruit for them. And the profits are going to be way down the line from someone who's actually really excited about doing it. And it's so far away from you as an upline that you don't see any of the profits. Put into the business what you want to get back. If you want to be lazy about it, you're going to get lazy results. That's really kind of all there is to it. So number 7 is check the income disclosure. Look at medium income and percentage who earn $0, not just the top earners. And look at how long learners have been in the business. Do a deep dive of all the numbers, all the reports, anything you can find. You want to make sure that the business looks good on paper and isn't just all talk. If they do have a lot of customers outside of the business, that's great. If they do have a lot of top earners who have been in there for less than 5 years, great. Those are the numbers that you need to look at, because the numbers don't lie. I hated that phrase when I was in retail. retail therapy. I hated that phrase when I was in retail, but it's so true. The numbers will tell you a story. You can read the numbers and look at the story of the business. Is this something that you feel comfortable with? Do their words match up to their numbers? It's very important for you to make smart decisions based on your own research and not just off of emotion or things that other people have been telling you. This brings me to my next topic. Do MLMs actually make women rich? Statistically, the odds are slim. Top earners are rare, but many women have used MLMs as a stepping stone to build confidence, learn entrepreneurship, and then launch their own brands, coaching, or businesses. In that sense, it's a gateway to wealth creation, even if the MLM itself isn't the long term vehicle. I've been a long time supporting role in my friends' businesses. Love my color street. I love my lip sense. I've definitely got some Scentsy warmers around here somewhere. I never wanted to go into the business because I didn't want to do the work. I knew that about myself. I love the color street and I love the nail strips. And I created a partnership with my nail lady who does sell the things. And I would get free samples to give out. And then, I would get a couple things discounted from her for however many people I brought to her because I love the products. I stood behind it. I still use them to this day. And I probably could have made a big business out of it, but I also wanted to support my friend and I didn't want to take away from her business. So, same thing with like lip sense. I'm a professional mermaid on the side and I love the lip sense, eye sense, what is it, Senegence, because it's all waterproof. And when I put it on, it stays on forever. I can go swim all day. I can have an 8-hour swim gig as a mermaid, eat my lunch and everything, and my makeup is flawless. So, I absolutely support the products and the people, even though I didn't necessarily want to be a part of a network marketing. The only brand I actually support and sell on my own is Lumavete. I love my hydrogen water and the benefits that I've personally felt since using it. I leave the links in the show notes on almost every episode. And I have a lot of friends that they've been very profitable and they made a lot of money. Like we're talking six figures, big dollars. Um, but they've put in the work. They're not afraid to talk about it on their social media. They're not afraid to, some of them have even gone door to door. I've thought about going to some friends of mine that own beauty salons and stores and things. And, they make people beautiful from the outside. How about from the inside? These were just ideas that I did, but I don't necessarily want to put that much work and effort into it. I'm not a boss babe. I don't want to be a network marketer. I just wanted to make my money back from buying the bottle. So again, one of those things, I bought the bottle because I wanted to have my own hydrogen vessel, not necessarily because I wanted to build a business or be profitable. That's just a happy side effect, I guess. But I love that the compensation plan is easy to follow and understand. It's easy to make money. And no, I didn't do this whole episode to sell you my product or get you to join my team, even though I'll gladly welcome you if you'd like to. Um, I did this episode because I wanted you to be able to make your own decisions when it comes to the information provided, because I'd hate for someone to miss out on a great opportunity in network marketing and the options to build a business or gain skills because somebody told them that MLMs are pyramid schemes or they're bad. So I just kind of wanted to clear that up a little bit and give you guys some of the pros and cons. Again, I did my research and I'm happy with the research that I've done on the product that I peddle. I don't want to use that term. So I highly suggest you do your own research on anything that you're interested in doing or not doing. I want to close by saying network marketing isn't a scam by definition, and it isn't a golden ticket either. It's a tool that, when used wisely, can help women and men build and gain confidence, skills, and step into entrepreneurship. So the next time someone says MLMs are bad, you'll know a little more. It's a bit more nuanced than that. Some are, some aren't, but the key is customer first, realistic expectations, and smart business practices. With that, I love you. I thank you for being here. Like, share, subscribe, do all the things, and let's go live life. Let's go do life profitably.